Good morning, Dr. Brad.
Well, hello, Curt.
Curt Doolittle, Dr. Brad for the Natural Law Institute. Today is Sunday, July 21st, 2024. We're continuing our work on, I don't know what we're calling these things. We started out with calling them the list of first principles, but now we've turned it from the first principles of the natural world to the first principles of the method, I guess, or whatever we're using.
We're still working on the deliverables.
Yes, that's how we're referring it to as deliverable, because we need to deliver this to the team for its use in multiple uses. I guess it's what are those little plastic cards they give you for algebra and calculus?
Flashcards.
What?
Flashcards.
No, they're like 8.5 by 11, and all they are is the formulas.
Tables and formulas, right?
Yeah, so it's sort of like that version of our work.
What I'd say this is that we've been tasked by the team for these deliverables, and it has caused us to become more responsible, Curt.
Mm-hmm. How does it turn? I'm trying to figure out if there's a spin there. I don't feel more responsible for what?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something there.
You're not missing anything. I'm just playing spinning yarns.
All right. So today we should try to finish the last few properties of testimonial truth, which is possible, rational, reciprocal, fully accounted within stated limits, within limits of warrantability and liability, which I don't think should be hard other than limits.
Right.
Then yesterday after we talked, I stubbed out reciprocity and demonstrated interests.
Very good.
All right, and so we have the whole thing. We have it stubbed out. We can get through it.
Excellent.
I'm hoping we can I can get primed, but I don't know about you. Brad already saw 25 patients this morning. You're amazing.
That's my limit. I try to hit 25. That's my goal, and it's like sometimes I don't do it, and I don't go more than 25. But yesterday I accidentally saw 26 just because I wanted to see one more person because I had the time and it wasn't over my time limit.
And then you still go and see 10 to 20 patients in the clinic.
Yeah, that's normal during weekdays.
You mean they don't let you work on? They don't make you work on weekends at the hospital?
They don't ask me to. They don't.
They know better.
They have not asked. I haven't had to refuse them yet.
All right. All right. So we're recording. I gave the date. You gave the introduction. For those, I just want to do the cover, which is this is a working session. A working session is where you just sit in and watch us work. We do it for documentation purposes largely, but it turns out people actually want to watch them. I was surprised how many comments we got from yesterday's.
Really?
Right. So, and how quick they were. And so for those of you who are willing to sit through it, that's what you get. All right. Yeah, somebody says, yeah, I have a 12-hour shift, and I listen to you guys during my 12-hour shift.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, if your job allows you to have, mental stimuli, that would seem like an interesting thing to do. Anyway. Yes. All right, so I'm going to share my screen.
There we go.
And I have to do 1, 2 to clean up my workspace. And then I'm good. All right. So this is what we're working on here. On the right-hand side, this is part 5 truth.
Yes.
So what is going on here?
That was nice.
All right. And we went through yesterday, we went through logical, right? What logic meant.
Boy,
That
what
was
a ringer that was.
sorry.
That was a ringer. A gray matter ringing event.
And today we're gonna go, since we finished logical, we already did empirical, right? Yeah. Yes, we do. We have to do possible. Now, I know that this takes me a while to get my brain in gear. So what there are basically 2 categories.
Okay.
Where's my sense it?
It must satisfy both.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not doing. I think we've already satisfied. I don't. I might be combining 2 things here, so give me a minute.
Yes, so yes.
This is existential. I've already got. What I'm trying to decide is there's 2 parts to any. This is okay. It's gonna be fuck. It's harder than I thought. All right. All right. There's 2 parts to any statement. Any
Okay.
statement about a possibility in the natural world is a theory,
It can theoretically exist.
and the changes are theoretically possible because all theories, like all true statements, are
It'll be like a physical truth claim.
correct. And so, don't get down too far in the weeds here. So you can make so what did I say already? You have to be
It can theoretically exist. The changes of states can theoretically exist.
it's theoretical. Basically, there's 2 parts to a theory. Okay, so it's theory. There are 2 parts to a theory: the reduction to verbal expression.
So can you say it?
Or I'm thinking I'm thinking.
Yep, I see you doing it.
So I'm trying to go through all the dimensions in my head. So let's do it the way we have otherwise, which is, I think I've done it already. Cause, sequence, operations. Date.
That's right.
Then you have theory, the reduction of verbal expression. Okay, I think this is the same thing.
It is the same thing.
And this
It's
is
testable, right?
right. This is the test, right? We're trying to figure out what the test is. The tests are. This is a note to myself, all right?
Yes. Well, I thought it was an Italian word.
You got, see, he got rest. He saw patients. He had a nap. Now he's fully loaded. He's got caffeine. And I'm just me again this morning. He's gonna own my ass all morning.
He didn't even mention the mustache wax. Which I
Well,
lived applied just moments ago.
you had the mustache wax to give yourself superpower. It's not fair.
Superpower.
And I'm sitting here with my decaf coffee,
Oh my,
completely unable to keep pace.
oh my.
I'm gonna have to get some more decaf coffee, by the way, because I'm just about out. So what dimensions can we, I need some help thinking this through, so.
Okay, that's why I'm here.
What dimensions?
There you go. I like this. There's a limit of instrumentation, which is quite interesting.
Thank
Which
you.
is, it has to be instrumentally, well, it has to be sensible. That's where you mentioned it originally. And verbally reducible.
Where did it go?
On the 2 lines up.
Yes, so you might well just move this all up.
You wrote it up there.
Hmm?
You wrote reducible up there, and I meant verbally, but it's like okay, cognitively perceivable and verbally reducible.
Oh, I see. I think those are two things.
Okay. So you just, okay.
There are things we can imagine doing that we can't figure out how to put into words. We can get rid of this. Right?
Yes.
And then we can.
So there you, I think that it goes to there's sequentially predictable, or is that reminds me of organic chemistry. There you go.
We need this anyway. What's the difference between these?
Which two? Those two? That's the same thing.
What I think.
Same picture.
Why do I not like this order? Because it's a triangle. So I don't like representing it that way. Interesting. That at least makes sense.
Repeatable is predictable, yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
Okay, what did I want to ask it here? Wrong one. See what it says, and then I'll feed it. Then I'll prime it with our stuff.
Then you'll be satisfied, perhaps.
I think these are the. It's okay.
That goes to instrumentability.
Yeah. Let's go back up here. We've already covered this, right?
Yeah.
That's the same thing. as economic. What about feasible? Feasibility is,
I was gonna go there. There was, because it can
Yeah.
be possible, but we don't have the stuff to do it. Right?
feasible. It goes right here.
Whoa. Oh my.
Well,
I'm making fun because your hand was off. Exactly. It's true. Trying to wake you up a little bit, man. I'm like, okay, it's
it's
amp you
working.
up. Is it?
It's working. I love this subject. I should be. Eight consequences instrumentable. I don't know if instrumentable is the same.
It is the same.
In other words,
Right, so that with limited, you could put underneath physically, limited by economics, right?
it's the same thing. It's, yeah, it's physically, the instrumentation is possible. The human body can operate the physical instrumentation.
Right,
The mind can perceive it,
right.
reduce it. You can verbally reduce it. And we identify the variation between the reduction and completeness. In other words, there's contingency, right?
What do you mean by that? Like, what does that signify?
Because we'll probably have to go and add this in everywhere, but what we're saying with falsification is all truth claims are contingent because the information is never complete. So
Right.
the whole thing is satisfaction. This is the satis.
Okay, that's right. That's contingent every time.
Right, that's always contingent.
Right.
Right?
And so go to feasibility is like we can make a fire big enough to burn all the oxygen in the world, right?
Yes,
But that's just a theory that is not feasible.
right. Feasible. So what you're suggesting is that we put the properties under feasible, which we need to. There's basically resources. Right.
That's right. That's all it is. So it's the limits of feasibility, right? So I would,
So is this? I just want to get one off the table.
okay.
Could we physically set up a fire? Yes. But we theoretically. But we would never be able to produce the resources, time. And is there something to do with externalities here?
Well, it's limited by the
Like if we managed to build that fucking bonfire, everybody would die, right?
therefore no one could witness it. Just for the audience, then my current state of being is such this. I feel since God can't do it by himself, so God wouldn't even know.
You know, I have, this is how, I mean, I've told you this before, but I tried to avoid the
Yes, I understand.
God thing because I don't want people to mess with me and my work. But the way I think about God and man is that we're the instrument he has made to do what he wishes.
That's what I'm saying. So
Right,
it's like,
yes.
so.
Now I can't, like, if I go and say that I make the Christians happy and the religious people happy, but then that doesn't mean I'm into your fundamentalism, whatever, right? It means
that's
only that.
interesting. I was looking at it as you were worried about their red queen that they might bring to bear.
Oh, say that. That might be interesting.
Well, I said that my impression was that I thought your apprehension about such matters would be the fact that the good religious people might bring the red queen to bear. And you're saying they're going to bring the black king to bear. Or the white king. I think the white king is more appropriate.
I'd rather play white, thank you. Did
I
I get
understand.
out of you with that?
I understand you.
I can't see you. I can't see you from my kitchen.
I'm growing my white
Ran
beard.
out of that one. I expected silence. I got silence.
No, I'm growing my white beard as we speak. See?
Yeah. I think we ought to both go into the, we ought to both see if we can grow it out like,
I'm working on it, and it's like, oh, that Noah's got a lead.
Noah's got a hell of a lead on us here, you know.
I know, we're reconstituting the Lombards. The band is back together.
I just can't do it because I was brought up so militarily, shall we say. I can't do that stuff. The weirdest I've gotten is the earring and the ponytail. And even then, that's a minor.
Why?
Because I still was doing my new thing since I've been in high school. A t-shirt, Oxford shirt, sport jacket, jeans. You always look good. Of course, I'm not so tall and distinguished looking and handsome as you are,
Oh
but
my.
I dress it up to do my best.
That's the right answer. Work within your limits.
So this is the one I'm asking about. We did temporal, right?
Yes.
Resources
So
we did.
first, it would require us to get an immense amount of coal together, right?
Immense amount of,
Coal. And
yes.
then we just need to set it on fire, and it should do the job. We can calculate how much coal it would take.
It take till the oxygen was all gone.
That's right. Enough gone.
So let's just go through here. We got that. We got that. We already handled that. This is the only one I'm questioning.
But the technical viability, we talked about it in a sense, it's instrumentability.
Yeah.
Which is to say, okay, we cannot make it. So this is interesting. So we theoretically can make the fire big enough, but we cannot make the instrument which informs us that has successfully burned all the oxygen.
Wait a minute, I have to catch up because there was something there. I don't know if this is behaviorally. I think that's a better word.
Okay, what do you mean by it now?
We can do it with the body. When I said functionally, I was trying to generalize it. If we always physical things, then it's just, well, can our bodies do it? And can our minds do it? So worst physics. So we've already said it's under realism and naturalism, right? So
Right.
they can't make a claim because that's the other one, which is natural laws, right? Right, that would be it, but we've already said it.
Right.
Yeah, you said something very smart and I want to pick up on it. And I think I might have caused you to forget it.
We cannot make an instrument that will tell us if all the oxygen has been burned because we will have died. Although we can theoretically have an instrument that will make us notice when the oxygen is dead if we were not dead, right? So it's not a feasible function, which goes to the externalities.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it needs to be clearer because there's, but you tie it all together. It's sort of the problem of, well, that'd be great, but. Yeah, I think externalities handles it. That's good enough. Okay. So this is, yeah, I want to keep that separate. Okay. Verbally reducible. Why did I think that was going to be harder than that?
I don't know.
We did pretty good there.
What's interesting is a tiny little proof, right? Or it's a logical sequence that talks about whether or not something is possible, which really seems like extreme detail that is unnecessary because it seems like it should be self-evident, right? But it is unassailable because it says the limits of it.
Now, I like doing the full thing because we can always remove.
That's right. That's right. It's deliverable now. Now we move on.
Let me give it this. Why can't I ever get what I want?
Did you attach the image?
No. Where is the thingy? Here it is.
Crazy. That was interesting.
Constraints. All right, I'll take that off.
Computer didn't notice it.
Fucking Doolittle.
That's what it said, but it didn't verbalize it. I like that.
Yeah, we got that. Human. Let's do brain, mind, and body.
I think cognitively fits under there.
This is, I'm trying to do reason here. You want me to take mind off of here?
Well, I just thought.
Let me change it to body sense. Let's do it that way. Okay. I can't wait to find out if it still says, where's it do it? It didn't do,
Didn't do it.
it didn't do it. I'm let down. Some technologies. Do we have that?
Instrumental, that's instrumentable. Tools and methods is technology.
Yeah. I don't know if that's any better. I think I just gave myself a device here.
A what? Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, Brad, we did pretty good.
That was a good start for the day.
I bold these.
That'll be okay. Missed a V.
I miss getting some V every now and then too. Yeah, it does happen.
Understand. Causality.
Turns out truth is complicated.
Turns out. It's what? It's less complicated than falsehoods. I would separate inputs and outputs, inputs and operations with a comma instead of an and. Which I would write stable relations in there.
Actually, no, we'll do it the first place.
What's that?
Oh, yeah. It's this way.
I like that.
Jesus, Brad, that was good. It took us an hour. Do the same for bounded rationality. Let's see if we can make it do the same for them.
I think you're just toying with it now.
It's just so much easier to work. No, that's good. That's good.
It's sufficient.
Yep, those are right. Those are right. Some duplication.
Yes.
But this is good. Let's just copy them and then
Work on them.
holy shit. I didn't expect it to do that.
Oh, that was unexpected, I must say.
Holy fuck. Sometimes I just love this thing.
I think that's the part you copy, number 11.
Yeah. Sometimes I just want to kiss this thing.
You didn't tell it that yet.
I'll tell you, well, watch what it says. Sometimes I want to kiss you.
Shit. That's bizarre. That'll do, human.
Uh,
That's the wrong one. No, it's not. There it is. That's quite an interesting little detail. I like that.
which one?
The whole thing is just an interesting, what we've now done is refined possible to rational, right? Bounded rationality, which allows us to account for the behaviors of all groups.
Yeah. You need to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
There are two rules I want to think about.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
You know, like these need definitions.
Okay. I would say,
This is the problem.
what is the problem?
Time pressure.
So it's a limitation. It's just time is the limit. Decide, yeah.
Because
That one, yes.
Well,
Thank you. I was gonna look for that space. I was gonna mention it momentarily.
why does this have to do anything?
Not necessary.
It's the problem of overloading, right?
Yeah. Misspelled. Whoa, okay, that worked. You spelled overloading wrong. That's okay. Where? Okay. Overloading?
I was trying to go somewhere and it didn't work. Conditions, I would just say condition.
That's good enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does this really come into it?
Yes.
So isn't it here?
Oh, yes. So like we have, yeah. Of the individual within that social context.
Yeah, I think that goes there.
Hmm.
Is it one's abilities or natural abilities?
One's works. It's more specific.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. What a weird construct. The interesting function there is that time was in physics is depressurizing function,
Yes,
but it's pressurizing to existing functions because it's like anti-entropy, right? We're seeking to avoid the dissolution in time.
right. You're getting awfully good, Brad. It's kind of scary.
Thank you, sir.
You've become a monster.
Yeah, that's my goal.
How do we do this up here? We just did resources.
It's down there.
Have we done this already?
It's feasibility up above.
We've already done this, right? Possible.
We did not include alternatives. Right? So I think it's good to reiterate it, right?
Right.
Because now it puts practical feasibility is different than feasibility. Because it's now inside the realm of reason. Should we, right? Is it a good idea if we?
Oh, this is possible. This is rational.
Yes.
Or so yes, it is a matter. It does, you're right. No, I don't know, dude. It feels like we don't want to duplicate it.
As you said, it can be, removed later. But it's for completeness.
All right, I'm just gonna make a note here.
Would highlight that little note.
Yeah. What am I pressing? I'm pressing the caps lock key, which is not working.
It is working, actually.
Okay. I think this is a different. I think. So what do they mean? It's compared to other options, right?
Yes. Because it's like, the issue is, we could burn all the coal like this to burn all the oxygen off, but who's gonna heat the houses?
Yeah. This goes up here.
Yes.
Well, we know this. This is consistent. I don't understand this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see why that matters. That's not. This doesn't matter.
Right.
This is consistency. It's correspondence. Consistency. Yeah. This is. What we want is incentives.
There you go.
What just happened?
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh no. Oh no.
What has occurred?
I hit this. Hold on a second.
Oh,
Holy shit. One second. Holy shit, if we lost all that, I'm gonna jump off a bridge.
I
Don't think I lost it though. Give me a second.
there you go.
Did I get the whole document? Got the whole fucking thing. How did that work?
I don't know. The fact that you don't know is disturbing to me a little bit, however, just so you know.
We do good work.
We just hate to lose it.
So I'm gonna take all this. And I'm gonna go back here. And I'm gonna do. I should be back to ground zero. Except that's weird now. No,
It's weird.
that is not right. I'm gonna go back to. There we go. You think I ought to hit the update now?
I think it's a good plan.
Okay, now let's see if I can get rid of this extra thing without causing a crisis. I can't.
Huh?
I did it again.
What did it do? What was that nature of that error?
I don't know, but I'm not gonna mess with that again. I'm gonna go and edit the code. The HTML is technically not code.
Thank you.
I'm gonna update you. Then I'm gonna go incentives. Looks right to me. Okay. We have a new I don't know why I screw up. What have I got here?
You have the double bullet issue. You have an empty bullet and a double bullet.
Right, this is the problem right here. So it's
Yes.
whatever's after incentives. This one.
There's two LIs, yeah.
See if it fixes it automatically.
Boom, it fixed it.
It's gray. It doesn't like something. Let's make sure it came out all right.
You're getting there.
Yes. Yep, I did it.
What's interesting about this piece of work that we're doing right now is it's all background operations that occur within the human mind.
Yes.
So it's like all assumed. That's interesting.
Problem is, it's very difficult to introspect upon it without this kind of rather.
Truth pulling.
So I had something that puked.
What's that?
It puked on something, which was whatever was there, which was the acquisition thing. Capital and total.
Yes. That's not spelled right. Okay. No, I thought you were messing with me. Huh.
Okay, now this is in competition.
Yes.
So this is what I don't like about this one.
What about it?
Can I pick on Mises again? Because you like it when I bash the
Bash the fact.
um so when people make decisions, there's a field of opportunities you have, which is all the things I could do
Yes.
this moment. And it's a competition, right? So other things may be feasible, but they are to be preferable.
Yes. Preference.
And then okay, so but I think this is underneath. Not sure.
Yep. And I think that I would do this is, it's just competition, okay? Of returns, of preference, of feasibility.
I think so.
Right.
In time. We got that already in there now? In time, right? I don't think I've done this as clearly before. I guess I want to leave some of these in here
Just cause.
just cause they make me happy.
Shit. There is nothing wrong with that. There is some strength through joy, right?
Right. So we have acquisition of capital in toto. Give you a feel. But in time. Constrained by time. Resources, right?
Oh, then resources includes those other things below.
I know, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Are the I think that the constraints are at the same level of incentives.
I agree. So what I would say is that these are all constraints.
Oh, incentives are constraints.
Right?
That's true. So it's the limits of rationality, right?
Yeah.
Or bounds of rationality, right? For any decision maker.
Yeah. Do I want to do that, or do I want to? That's what I did everywhere else. Don't get messy with me. What I did everywhere else. Do I have to do it here? No, I could put constraints up here.
That's what I was thinking.
So let's do that. Bump this back out again. I'm not going to hit the undo button because I'm too afraid now.
Huh. I think that's healthy fear.
Yeah.
Did some weird things with the end of bounded rationality. I don't know why it made a new line.
I screwed something up.
Oh,
So yeah, it's all constraints. Because it's all via negativa. Can we just word the constraint, get rid of the word constraint now?
I think so.
Hmm.
Okay. I would say demonstrated behavior because it fits inside of our paradigm better. I don't think you have to say any,
Go ahead, go ahead.
I don't think you have to mention that sentence afterward.
This one here.
Yeah.
Stated goals. Well, intentions.
Intentions. Yeah. And I would substitute correspondence for consistency. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. No. Because this is correspondence
Okay.
and this is consistency. I don't understand why we have this here.
What?
Why are you giving me a hard time? Am I getting lazy? Shouldn't matter. Okay. Yeah, but this is just a duplication, right?
That's not a limit.
Well,
That's not a limit, is it?
well, we don't care.
We don't evaluate till after.
Why do we care if it's a true statement? We don't care if it did what it intended.
No, we just did what we
We don't care about any of that. Do we?
don't think so.
Senator, we got it all here, right?
That's an evolutionary function right there.
Yeah, I don't see why it's here. Brad, we do good work.
Thank you. I think we do too.
We need to do this. And we need to do this. I think I want to do this first. Okay,
What are you gonna do?
want to finish this one.
Yes.
I don't think it needs. I don't think this needs to be here.
Yes. So this competitive returns is more like competition of between alternatives, right?
Right.
And those are the bounds for the competition between the potentials. Actions.
Yeah, but when you look at people acquire, we acquire capital in toto, and we we do
Within
it
a competitive field, right?
we do it by this, right? We do it by selecting this. We have this, and then among those things, we have preference to necessity, and then we have it feasibility. I think these are the criteria, the three criteria.
For decision making.
Right.
So it's a field of opportunities, right?
Okay, so let's see, we just get it.
I would put the competitive field of opportunities. Which
Okay.
are
That's that you were right. You know, you're not just a pretty face, it's true.
oh my.
Just do the
Oh, that was slick little button right there.
yeah, it's this little thing I have up here called change case.
Yes.
You hit the option. Do the option 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
I end up using it all the time. Okay. Think we killed it.
You saved it.
I did.
Like this.
Huh?
Like this. We're ready to go to so intersubjectively bounded rationality, which is reciprocity.
Yes. Yeah, but see, we do it up here. So we can say, we can define it.
You just point them back up there.
Yeah. You gotta do this. I'm sorry, forgot this one.
That's not
Refer upwards. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. I've already got this one here. All right.
I think I would this reciprocal part, right?
Yeah.
I would say instead of reciprocally subjectively, I would say intersubjectively bounded bounded rationality. And then above that, we put you see bounded rationality above is
Yep.
subjectively bounded.
Thank you. You know,
That one even made me feel smart.
no, that was smart. I'm glad you said it, so I didn't have to, because I'm getting tired
I'm
of it
trying to
today.
save you, I'm trying to give you labor saving devices, brother.
I love working together. It's so much easier. It's so much easier. It's like pair programming, you know. I don't know if you know.
You
As,
told me about this before, and I think so, because there's something to there's a increase the interest because there's a little unpredictability to it.
right, it's also social, right?
Yes,
When you have other
yes.
people in granted, it's like you're sharing each other's prefrontal cortex, you know. It's fucking wonderful. They say it didn't work in programming, and I disagree. It doesn't work in production. It certainly fucking works in problem solving. Absolutely.
Creative functionality, right?
Yeah. And like I notice when I'm working on some detail, you tend to go pull
Yeah, we're operating at different altitudes.
right, and it's fucking awesome. Intersubjectively bounded rationality. We don't, so I just want to test this.
Okay.
If I said reciprocity, if I say
What do you say?
yeah, that's great. See, I hate this is based on, see, I use this.
Yes.
Because this makes me crazy and I can't teach it not to.
Oh, I understand. It is a the copula.
It's just, it does consist of that. Why do you have, it's based on?
Ask it why it prefers that.
I will in just a second.
I know.
I think I like something here. Subjectively rational decision making. I like this.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What do I do with it though?
It goes in there as bullet points. And I think I would put it in the reciprocal. Now, I like that we put it in there, but I would put it
In the reciprocal definitions.
yes.
Okay, let's do that.
Which is interesting. So this is an interesting function here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Which is there's a right. What? That's weird.
Whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen.
That worked. So the interesting function here, see the second bullet point, rationality is bounded not only by individual constraints, but also by shared intersubjective understanding between the parties involved, right?
Which we cover here.
But the fact is, it's not true. Because it doesn't have to be shared. Reciprocal is specifically defined. Which is to say, the slave always thinks they're being oppressed if they can get away with it, and they don't have to recognize it as being an irreciprocal function.
Oh, wow, that's sophisticated, Brad, though. All right, let's, because we're gonna work on this next, right? Let's go back down to here. To see if we can close this off. We don't need to do anything other than see it now, right? Because we've defined the hell out of it.
Yes.
See demonstrated interest. Where did I fuck that? I know I fucked that up. Okay. Total demonstrate, see demonstrated interest. I'm gonna have to explain this.
What? Oh,
Hey, it didn't go. It went this way. Why don't you wanna do that?
there you go.
I got them all.
Did you put part 1 there? For physical computation? Oh, okay, that's good.
I've got this fucked up. Okay, that didn't work.
Okay.
This is got, that's our next one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well,
Well, there's a little bit of formatting here. Because the whole thing can be bounced out one and reciprocity removed.
yeah, I don't know if I do that though. Do I do that? Yeah, I do it there, but let's go back. Let's go down to the next one. Put it. Why do I have that there?
Doesn't need to be there. That was a note for the users.
See, I do it this way. This is the title, and then this is the bullet.
Dot. Okay,
Title in the bullet. I think I just screwed that one up. Title in the bullet. We haven't done that one yet. And it's the title and I think this is probably
Okay.
better that way. And this should be all indented one.
okay.
And I think I smartly did these separately just to get out of the possibility of a crisis.
Don't like, whoa,
Oops.
no crises.
Let's see what happened there. Yes. Why didn't I build these?
We just didn't get around to it yet.
Oh, I didn't do this one.
Nope.
I thought your job was to make sure I didn't screw stuff up like that.
You haven't screwed it up yet. You're fixing it now. So it qualifies as not screwed up, and therefore I
I
have
see.
successfully accomplished my objective.
There we go.
Oh, that's just lovely.
That is fucking beautiful. We need a definition. We need a definition here. And then definition. And then we need the you mind if I do this right now? Is this okay?
Not a problem. It's like whatever suits your fancy.
I think I'm subconsciously trying to avoid going back to that problem.
I think that's okay too. I must walk around a little bit.
We want to change these from numbers to bullets. And whoops. Remember, this is why I don't like this. I should have. think I want to be going over this with you rather than just doing it automatically. Because I want to make sure we're on the same page. All right.
Okay.
Uh, this way. think we do it this way is we don't use the bullet, if I remember correctly.
There you go.
All right, so I'm calling these natural interests, like your body, your genes, your mind, attention, your time, right? To your existence, your privacy, right? And your kin,
Yes.
right? And then I'm going to go with and I'm going to ask you about the order of these when we get a little further along. So there's existential, cooperative,
Yep.
this makes sense?
Yep.
What did I
Oh.
just,
Claude,
the wrong key?
what an unruly interruption.
Give me a second.
Mhm.
I think this is called market interests.
Okay.
You know, my allergies are bothering me this morning. Or that stupid freaking pizza I used today.
Uh-huh.
Like a golden retriever. Put a
What?
I'm like a golden retriever. I love them. I love them. My favorite dog, but they are like food whores, right? They will eat themselves to death. It's like you throw a treat in front of a golden retriever, will do almost anything. And I'm like, it's like my brain shuts off. I know I shouldn't eat the pizza because I know I'm allergic to it. But what happens? Okay.
I see.
Oh, this is true. This is production. Commons. And now we got to obtained interests. Well,
Oh,
we didn't want to do that, Brad.
no. That's what, right? What, there's a point here that I would like to make.
Yeah.
There's a suggestion that obtained interest is exclusive of reciprocity.
I need to I didn't follow. I
Okay.
got a hint
Look
that those
under
words make
obtained,
sense.
look
That's
up
it.
under obtained interest, okay?
Okay,
To obtain that interest without imposing upon the previously borne costs of others. That is not a proper definition, because that suggests that we're having reciprocal trade only.
without imposing a previous cost of others. What am I missing?
I can steal shit.
Yeah, but that's not you don't have an interest. You have you're in possession, but you don't have an interest.
Okay,
Interest implies interest is a term that is possible under reciprocity. I suppose that's a really good thing to say.
well, that's why I brought it up. But I would say the thief demonstrates his interest for your stuff.
Well, that's confusing to
I know. It's ambiguous.
yeah, okay, so what does it define an interest? No, it's what it is. I defined it.
Okay, I'm good. I'm just.
No. You're bringing up the thing I run into all the time.
What's that? What is the thing you run into all the time?
This question of what does an interest mean? It's a legal term. So
Oh, I
okay,
see. Legitimate interest.
yes.
So
So let's
about wartime booty.
that's legitimate because it's outside of reciprocity, and it's determined by violence.
We understand one another, but I'm like, it's an ambiguous statement.
Why is this not what is going wrong here?
Don't know what's going wrong. It looks like we're still in process of reformatting.
I'm looking at the wrong fucking screen.
Oh, there you go. That makes sense.
I'm gonna save this one.
I think that's a good plan. I like that plan.
I'm gonna save the old one just cause.
That's good too.
Belt and suspenders. Okay, so in the term, okay, in this term, do you understand my concept of a? Do you know my concept?
Whoa.
Yeah, no. See, this is what it goes sideways. Yeah, okay. So, okay, so, okay. So in law, there is a term called interest. Meaning that let's please define that to interest. So X holds an interest in Y. Define that interest. That define. Okay. Please state that definition. Interest. I don't.
Wow.
How does one obtain an interest? In law, how does one obtain or demonstrate an interest? Basically, it's a reciprocal exchange.
I know, but there's the function that I would like to bring up in there is a civil, it's within civil, society, right?
Right.
But the issue being that the civil society does not recognize the interests of those with whom they are at war.
Yeah, I know, that's correct. Well, they do, they recognize them, they just violate them.
They denigrate them, but it's like the issue is it's not reciprocal.
Right, okay, so let me handle this issue then, all right?
That's
So-
what I'm asking you to do.
Okay, so, well, hold on a second. I'm trying to walk through the process, so I have it all in my head here.
I'm thinking about Uncle Kenny. And you made me think of him. You know what you did? You channeled Uncle Kenny when you said, let me think, I'm working. And I'm like, oh, wow, I don't even have to channel Uncle Kenny for myself now.
Okay, so there are two ways to attain it. There's a natural interest and a reciprocal interest. Let's do it that way.
That is a good definitional standard right there. It's a disambiguation when you do that.
Well, you know. I have to do possession. I do it through possession and rights, right? Uh, I don't want to go there right now. No, wrong one. Control 0, not command 0. So we want to take some notes here, all right?
Yes.
And then we want, I can, hopefully I've done it already. So we're trying, those are two different things though. So I have a demonstrated interest and a reciprocal interest. Which thing are we trying to define here? Okay. Oh, Brad, you're always making me work.
I know, sorry, Curt.
No, it's quite all right. I'm just playing.
I'm not really sorry either.
I know you're not really sorry. It's okay. So what do I want to cover here?
I like the distinction of demonstrated interest versus reciprocal interest.
Demonstration interest is. Here's the problem. So you have, demonstrated interest is a fact, right?
Yeah, it's a. I went and got the thing, whatever the thing is, right? I went to the trouble to get the thing.
And it can be obtained by homesteading, transformation, which is the same thing, or exchange.
It can be achieved by theft and war. Right?
Right.
Right? Right. War is just organized theft, but yeah.
All the same.
It's good to enumerate them, though.
Yeah, I understand that. So I would still demonstrate those interests. But what you're talking about is you want me to bring in legitimacy. And I think the way to do it is to separate them.
Well, I would go like this. My impression is that reciprocal interests are insured within the civil society by the civil society itself. Sovereign society, right? And the irreciprocal ones are insured within the civil society, and without, they're not insured. They're in fact at risk. From whom you are warring upon, people that are at war with you.
Okay, which thing are we trying to tell? The story we're trying to tell is do people in this context, do people retaliate against imposition of these costs? Yes, that's the question.
Yes. Then the question is, what people?
All people, it's all people. They all do. That makes it right. So we're asking a behavioral question. Now, the second question, that's independent of so what you're saying is just possessions.
Well, they're properties.
So you're saying what this does not belong here. What's a possession versus an interest?
It's the same.
It's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Property is what I was talking about, out of possession.
I can possess something. It's simply a fact. Right? Where did I have that? It's property. If you and I agree not to do it, it's a property right. This is just a fact.
Right. That's an agreement,
And this is an institutional agreement.
guarantee, right?
Right? And this is a fact.
Yeah.
No. Problem is those are statements of truth. The problem is the word interest. I can demonstrate I have an interest in by stealing, right? I mean, that's the,
Yes.
but it's not a legitimate interest. So we have legitimacy. So we have to, I'm going to ask it. So I can have a, wait a minute, which one did I ask you from? So I can legitimately reciprocally obtain an interest by homesteading being transformation
Right.
or exchange, reciprocal exchange.
Reciprocal exchange, yeah. Well, you would call it illegitimate. Oh, I see.
It gives me
Question posed to the AI machine.
because instead these actions are generally illegitimate, illegal, and unethical. Yeah. So
Irreciprocal is sufficient enough to describe it.
think so. Adverse possession.
I like that.
Conversion.
Rehypothecation.
Huh?
Rehypothecation.
What?
Rehypothecation. You not heard that term?
No, I rarely haven't heard a term that isn't some niche aspect of some discipline.
So the issue was when we had a recent this was an interesting conversation that occurred when I was on the board at the hospital, which was it was when in or about 2008 when they did the financial shenanigans. One of the trading houses rehypothecated, that was their term, rehypothecated the assets of their investors and used them for their own purposes. Which is to say, rehypothecation was the name they gave for using your stuff for our purposes at your expense.
Uh-huh. Oh, give me that term again.
Rehypothecation. That's funny right there. Rehypothecation. Close enough.
It'll correct me.
It's not moving. Oh,
Reuses collateral. Oh, I know what this is. I didn't know the term. Yeah. Well, this is why financial advocates don't like fractional reserve banking. Some fucking issue.
it's related. Those clicks don't come through. That's quite interesting too.
That doesn't come through?
Look.
Wow, that's great. Does this does that come through?
That came through loud and clear, sir.
Okay, so we have demonstrated interest. All right, you're gonna make me solve this.
I apologize, Curt.
So the legitimacy is reciprocal interest, and a legitimate, insurable is, and oh wait a minute.
It's
And
not the same.
Or reciprocal.
That's interesting. You misspelled reciprocal, but it didn't flag it. No, you spelled it right. My apologies.
Probably respelled it and just quickly read.
Not reciprocal. I might have spelled it wrong in my head. My apologies.
So we get away from, we have.
There's the function is a jurisdiction, okay? There's a function of jurisdiction.
Exactly.
But it has to do with the in-group, out-group distinction, right? Who's insured and who's not insured.
Right. Okay. It's just, what are we trying to say here? What we're trying to say here is that there are demonstrated interests are things that people defend, right? That's what.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay.
Right. That's all it means. so we could go through it and sanitize that for that. Then
Wait,
there's,
I wanna make a statement now, then. It has nothing to do with reciprocity.
correct, that's absolutely correct.
Okay,
And so, what we're trying to then, but we have the problem of, of possession versus. So I just make sure I haven't got this wrong. These are all true. This is true, this is true, this is true. Okay,
that's the part I'm complaining about.
then this is correct, yes. All right, so interest, all right, obtained interest. This is legitimate, so, legitimate interests.
Wait,
Yeah, no, I want to put it in somewhere.
wait, no, but I just have to say this, it's like, I will defend that which I claim interest in.
Right, so I'm agreeing with you. That's why I took that off, but I left
I
this.
saw that.
But I've borne a cost to.
To gain that thing, right? Yeah,
Right?
yes.
No, but this is wrong. So hold on, so this is gonna be, so an interest.
Okay,
Interest.
hanging out with Curt. That's funny right there. Yes,
Okay, so we're gonna have to go somewhere here. This goes up there. Where did I just write that? Oh, Brad.
down there. Right there. Undemonstrated interest is that's a funny thing right there. I don't know what it means.
Give me a second.
Where are you?
Well, I'm here, I'm just thinking.
Oh,
So the typical one example of this is your view, right? If you've got a house overlooking a lake,
Okay,
this
okay,
is a constant problem in the Seattle, Bellevue, Redmond area because everything's on these hills and there's just water between them. And so everybody loves their view, right? And so I've got a house, I've been living here 25 years, and you decide, and I have a 2-story house because the guy in front of me has a 1-story house. He can see through his 1-story house. I can see out of my 2-story house. But you decide, you get this lot in front of me and you build a 3-story house and you destroy my view,
right,
right? Now I did not, did I, this is not clear. That's why I'm using the example. Did I have a right to my view? In other
right,
words, did I have an interest in the view? Well, my argument would be that's why I bought the fucking property, is because I had the view. So I've demonstrated an interest to buy the view. And you have an undemonstrated interest to deprive me of that view, right? In other words, if you buy the place, so here's the other example, here's the railroad, here's the ancient example. I built a railroad. I'm a farmer and I've got a railroad. I mean, I've got a farmer and I've got fields, all right? And I'm growing wheat in these fields, all right? You decide because for whatever reason, you're gonna put a railroad in. But railroads give off sparks and
oh,
sparks start fires and you burn my field. So the question is, the person who has the origination, right, buys a circumstance. If you've come in second to that and you've imposed a cost on the other person, right, by making your decision, your purchase. So you have, so these are categories where do you have, where some interests are unclear, right?
yeah,
And some, as of course, a Jewish guy, of course, I was in Mexico, and there's a we're doing the thing where you slide down those, what do you call them,
yes,
wires,
yep,
which for some reason my I have no idea why I had no problem with it, but normally I would have a really hard time with that, with a vertigo with it. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, so we're sitting in this box, right? Which is a thing to watch other people do it. And I'm sitting there and uh, I'm leaving space for people to walk by in front of me.
right,
And so I'm just watching people. This Jewish guy pulls up a chair, sits it right in front of me and sits in the chair blocking my view. Now, I did not smack the guy in the head, which was what I wanted to do, right? I mean,
right,
I'm in a foreign country. This guy Jeff definitely needs correcting. Should I smack this guy in the head?
right, it crossed your mind.
And it more than crossed my mind. I sat there fuming about it for probably 2 minutes. And then, of course, I moved my chair in front of him and I said, "You should have better manners," and sat down. Right. So, but that I've seen that behavior in Jewish people all the time, and I can't understand it. But anyway, so so did I had a right because I was there first,
Right,
right? So I can bear an interest. What does an interest mean? An interest. So where have I got uses fructus up here, right? These are basic rights.
all right, now, I would like to make an interjection. May I?
Please.
The issue is demonstrated interest as I understood it till moments ago was related to natural law in a causal functionality of human behavior.
Right.
Whereas what interests that you're referring to are now legalistic and related to jurisprudence.
I'm trying to deal with how do I disambiguate the two? And I think I'm just because I'm working through it, you're jumping ahead and not letting me get to the end, which is rational, right? So what I'm trying to do is define an interest. So I have a demonstrate and I have a reciprocal interest and I have a legitimate interest.
You may have irreciprocal interests.
I'm not there yet.
I know. I just had to speak for Brandon since he's not here. That was delayed.
It's called possession. Can you, okay, this is, I think we've got it. In order for you to be right, it requires possession.
In order for you to have you what?
I think it might take me a second to
Okay.
get this across. So I think I was right up here. So possession. Is there anything? Sorry, Brad.
No, you're good. I'm just watching my hands.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so interest. Right, that's the problem.
Huh.
So that's what it means.
Okay,
So we have possession. You want possession. Can you steal? You can't steal something you can't get control of, right?
that sounds right.
Right. You have property.
Yep.
Right. You know, presumption.
Hmm.
Does this even need that? This doesn't need
Fair.
any. Getting tired?
No, I'm just stretching my shoulders.
be aware of it, right?
Yeah.
No, see, that's not what we're saying. This is a demonstrated interest. Is it? Or this is legitimate interest?
Yep.
This is an ethical interest.
Hmm.
Let's have this one.
Okay.
It'd just be easier if we just use the term interest all the way across, wouldn't it be?
So you could say controlling interest instead of possession. Instead of possession. I mean, it's like I would put possession in parentheticals there. And then above that, presumed interest.
Mhm. I hate doing this, you know.
What? What we're on to?
I hate doing the generalizing the term interest. And so you have presumed interest?
Presumed interest, yeah. Why do you hate generalizing it?
Because it has a legal meaning. And so when I'm working with those terms, I try to do it, but uh, 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 I prefer to retain that the clarity of that meaning. But I think that's okay if we just do all of them with a qualifier.
I understand. No, yes, I agree. So if you look at want is just a claimed interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask you to do that. I think you're doing great. Right, you eliminated the one though.
I did it on purpose.
Okay.
Is desired interest, is there a way for want?
I said claimed, which is I say, well, I like it.
We'll have to say stated interest. I want to get the psychological part of it. I don't, because I want to get aware that, you know, the people. You could do stated interest.
I think that the next one is stated, you know, because it doesn't, you can want it and not state it. Oh, I said claimed, but that's the same thing.
I don't know. That requires too many, it requires other people. A claim has to be made to someone.
We agree.
Some-
It's an honoring of the claim. So I would put after stated the claimed interest.
Mhm.
If you put after stated interest, another bullet that says claimed interest, which is towards others, right?
It's basically a demand.
Stated to others. Yeah, that's fair. Then all of those following are claims, right? That can be enforced in their enforcement. So they're all social. The first two are personal.
Let me finish what I'm doing.
I'm sorry.
Agree to grant lawful control.
Yeah.
So the only thing we care here is we only care.
That's funny.
Hmm?
You said we, and that therefore it supplies a group. And I would suggest that every place you wrote things is an interest. Interests.
We're almost done, so I want to continue.
Say that again.
I'm running out of gas, but we're almost done and I want to
We
continue.
understand one another here, brother. You're Brandoning me.
Brandoning you.
Yes,
I think I gotta stop, Brad.
that's all right. Capitalize that first D there. The presumption of interest. See, that's low neuron requiring behavior.
Can we finish this? What is it? Claim interest.
His interests proclaimed to others.
Yet not demonstrated.
It doesn't mean it's demonstrated or not. It's just been claimed. To demand upon the others to accept and right. To accept the claim of claim of interest, right?
Like a threat.
What?
Hold on. I think that's fine. I think I'd say.
Okay.
It's the same thing, you're right. Okay, fine, you're right again.
Thank you, Curt. I don't even have a hat to put my feather in. Not here, at least. Without possession. Without effort. Without expending an effort or an effort expended.
What do you see wrong? I don't see it.
Expended an effort.
Thank you.
Yes. Did you see that hot chick just walk by?
No,
Uh,
suck. All right, can we get rid of this now?
You happier? Was that a lot of work?
I'm tired now, Brad.
Felt like a lot of work, but it was, I think it was a useful disambiguation. Do you think so?
3.5 hours, about 3.5 hours. We did
Oh.
this right. We got this right. And there's, I know this has meaning, so just can we just give this another minute?
All right. Hmm.
This is the sort of state diagram for demonstrated interest.
Yes,
Mhm.
they're property rights. Rights pertain to the use and abuse of demonstrated interests.
Mhm. This is the criteria for control. Right? If we take it out of rights,
Well, there's a legal criteria for legitimate interests.
right, so we can demonstrate an interest, but how is that interest decomposable? So if I have a legitimate,
Right, it is decomposition of the legitimate interest, so those are forms of legitimate interest.
that's right. Like I'm missing one here. I mean, this was quite a bit of work, by the way,
Was quite a bit of
with
work.
this originally.
What's interesting when I look at that list right there, and I appreciate it, by the way. I would like to eliminate those numbers, however, but you can have them if you like them.
No, I'm just, you're ahead of me.
No, I know, and I'm just, the function here is, this is an interesting, it creates a, category of behaviors which are to be punished, which is presumed rights of abuses against my legitimate rights, property rights, my demonstrated interests is what I'm pointing at here.
Yeah, I'm catching up.
We are claiming that our rights have been abused because the people who abused our rights do not have the right to abuse those rights against our properties, our demonstrated interests as a people. Does that make sense?
I just try to figure out how to work it in, because you're
No,
actually.
you don't have to work it in. I don't want to make you work anymore, man. I feel like that was a lot of work right there.
This is good though, because we have, what you're saying is legitimate interests consists of these things and a prohibition against violating them.
That's correct. Interests.
So that's beautiful.
Wait, and then indent the 6 below.
I'm doing it
I know.
so fast.
Well, it's faster to say it than to do it.
Okay, so we have number 1 here. So this is the definition. And this is the categories.
Yes.
Jesus, that's good shit. Can we do this? Can we do some moving around? Is that okay? Clean
Fine,
up? Huh?
I don't mind.
Don't mind. Do a little cleanup here, get this off, because we're just about done, or we're gonna be just about done if we do that. Vital interests. Artificial interests. Privileges, which is correct. It's amazing how good things, how easy things are when you don't conflate meaning of things.
Right?
We didn't get foregone opportunities yet. This is where it gets goofy. See, I don't like it going over that far.
I understand.
Oh, Curt.
It might be an ideal moment to save this.
I just did.
Okay. Boy, that's gonna be large.
Is it done? Keep leaving this to do. Oops. There's no way I'm doing that right now. I'm too fucking tired.
We agree.
You go up one or going up to two. Formal comments.
Mm,
Okay, this is the one I want to have. So I keep separate. I want this out one. I gotta deal with that one.
yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna need a little cleanup, and I believe we're gonna be done. I just can't do any more right now. I'm fried.
I understand. Me too.
Wait, forgot this one. Oh, we still have to do reciprocity. Okay, I didn't. That's easy. Okay. I'm a cupcake. Okay.
Uh,
All right, it is Sunday, July 21st, 2024. Brad and Curt for the Natural Law Institute. We have been working on what we've been calling our deliverables, but it's really just the fundamental principles of the main network of decidability that we've produced. Brad, do your thing.
Hey, thank you for that opportunity, Curt. It's been a wonderful session, everybody, and I want to thank you for coming and for the steadfastness required to maintain your focus while we do it. So it's time to hit the subscribe button and maybe the notification bell and the like button over there. Not in the right order. They're somewhat in there. And leave your comments below. We want to hear what you have to say because it's been so exciting for us.
It has. All right, love you, man. Thanks for the hard work today. I'm going to stop the share so we can wave goodbye to the audience. I'm going to toast. Thank you for sitting with it. If you have, we're working on it. We got this. I ordered a black cup from the store. These has the better handle on the white one, but I ordered a black cup. This one, this is our fancy one, but I ordered a black cup from the store. When it comes in, I'll tell you, so we all are aware what's going on, how well it works. I had your friend ask me I live in Brazil. Can I get one? I'm like, as far as I know, yeah, but apparently they can send all over the world. So I don't know what the state is of getting the store where it exists into our website, but I guess that's going to happen this week. All right.
Those boys are awesome.
All right. Love you guys. Love you, Brad. I'm going to go lay down.